Hey guys, welcome back, or if you're new here, hello. You just stumbled into a therapy session disguised as a YouTube video. Today we're talking about something that makes zero sense on paper, but all the sense in our messy little hearts. Why, in the name of everything holy, do we miss people who absolutely wrecked us? You know exactly who I'm talking about. That ex who ghosted you after 3 years. The friend who talked behind your back like it was an Olympic sport. The situationship who called you too much and then dated someone who basically has your personality but with better eyebrows. Logically, good riddance. Emotionally, you're crying in the shower listening to the playlist they made you in 2022. What is wrong with us? Let's start with the most embarrassing truth bomb. Your brain is not trying to make you happy. Your brain is trying to keep you alive, and it's using 10-year-old software. Think about it. Thousands of years ago, if your caveman buddy Ugg betrayed you and stole your mammoth steak, your brain went, cool, but we still need to keep Ugg around because there's saber-toothed tigers out there and we're 5'2" and afraid of the dark. Being alone equals death. Being hurt by someone but still attached, annoying but survivable. So your brain decided, let's just glue ourselves to whoever gives us attention, even if half of that attention is emotional punch to the face. Fast forward to 2025 and nothing has changed. Your brain still thinks being single equals being eaten by a tiger. So when someone hurts you and leaves, your brain screams, "Red alert! We are now alone! Quick, remember the good times! Remember when they brought you soup when you were sick! Remember the 2 a.m. conversations! Remember the way they looked at you that one time in the car! Let's loop that for 8 hours!" And you're like, brain, they also called me at 3 a.m. drunk asking if I'm still mad and then hung up. Brain, shh, focus on the soup. This is actually called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same trick slot machines use. If a slot machine paid out every single time, you'd get bored. If it never paid out, you'd walk away. But if it pays out randomly, just enough to keep you pulling the lever, you'll sit there until you're broke and crying. Toxic people are human slot machines. One day, they give you the jackpot of affection. The next day, they kick the machine while you're still holding the handle. And somehow, we keep playing. Real example, my friend Sarah, love her, she's chaos, was dating this guy who would disappear for days, come back with flowers and the sweetest apologies, disappear again, repeat. She finally ended it. 2 weeks later, she's texting me at midnight, "Do you think he's okay? What if he's sad?" I'm like, "Sarah, he's fine. He's probably at the club doing the same thing to someone else." She goes, "Yeah, but remember when he surprised me with pancakes shaped like hearts?" Pancakes. One time. That's all it took. One heart-shaped pancake and her brain filed him under soulmate instead of walking red flag with syrup. And don't even try to tell me you're above this. We've all got that one person in our phone who, if they texted, "Hey, right now," with no context, we would reply in 0.2 seconds like we've been waiting since the Obama administration. Another reason we miss them? The sunk cost fallacy, but make it romantic. You invested years, tears, playlists, inside jokes, a whole personality shift to keep them happy, and now you're supposed to just walk away with nothing? Your brain hates losing. It's like quitting a video game after spending 400 hours on it. You're like, I didn't grind all those side quests for this character to end up with zero closure and a blocked number. Plus, let's be honest, pain feels like proof that it mattered. If you stop missing them too fast, does that mean the whole thing was fake? If you're over it in a month, were you ever really in love? So we drag the pain around like a designer bag to prove it was real. Look, matching luggage with my trauma. Very chic. There's also the highlight reel effect. When someone's gone, your brain fires up Netflix and only plays the blooper reel of the good moments. You don't remember the fights, you remember the making up. You don't remember them ignoring your texts, you remember the one time they answered at 2 a.m. with a voice note that made you smile so hard your cheeks hurt. It's like your mind hired a shady editor who cuts out all the bad parts and adds a dreamy filter. I once caught myself missing a guy who literally told me on my birthday that he wasn't sure if he saw a future. My birthday. And there I was, 6 months later, staring at old photos like, but look how happy we look here. Yeah, because it's a photo, Jessica. Nobody takes pictures mid-breakdown. And can we talk about the ego for a second? Missing someone who hurt you isn't always about love. Sometimes it's about winning. You want them to miss you more. You want them to wake up one day and go, wow, I really fumbled the bag. You want to be the one who got away, not the one who got played. So you romanticize the past because if they come crawling back, you finally get the upper hand. It's not love, it's a revenge fantasy with better lighting. Here's the plot twist nobody talks about. Sometimes we don't miss the person, we miss who we were with them. We miss feeling chosen, feeling special, feeling like someone looked at all our flaws and said, yep, still want this. Even if they only said it 30% of the time, that 30% felt like oxygen. When they leave, it's not just losing them, it's losing the version of yourself that felt lovable. That part hurts the most. You're not crying over their dumb face, you're crying because now you have to figure out how to feel lovable again without their validation. And that's terrifying. So what do we do with all this? Do we just accept we're wired like emotional raccoons who keep going back to the trash can that once had a French fry in it? Kind of, but also no. The goal isn't to never miss them. The goal is to miss them and still choose yourself anyway. It's okay if your heart is slow. It's okay if one day you're fine and the next day you smell their cologne in a grocery store and want to lay down in the cereal aisle. Healing isn't linear. It's more like a drunken game of Snake on an old Nokia. Lots of crashing into yourself before you figure it out. Here are the only things that actually helped me and my friends and probably half the internet. Stop checking their socials. It's not curiosity, it's self-harm with Wi-Fi. Write down the bad stuff. All of it. Read it when you're romanticizing. Keep it in your notes app titled, Reasons This Person is a Human Dumpster Fire. Replace the highlight reel with a new one. Make new memories that have nothing to do with them. New places, new songs, new people who don't make you feel like a side quest. Let yourself grieve the future you imagined, not just the person. You're allowed to mourn the version of life that died, even if the person was trash. And most importantly, forgive yourself for loving someone who couldn't love you back the way you deserved. That doesn't make you stupid, it makes you human. One day you'll wake up and realize you haven't thought about them in a week, then a month. Then you'll see their name pop up somewhere and feel nothing. Not hate, not love, just neutral, like seeing an ex-coworker from 5 jobs ago. That's when you know you're free. Until then, be gentle with your little slot machine heart. It's doing its best with outdated software. So tell me in the comments, who's the most ridiculous person you've ever missed? I'll go first. A guy who spelled my name wrong for 8 months and once asked me if Antarctica was like a country. Your turn. Let's laugh so we don't cry. If this video made you feel seen or called out, smash that like button, subscribe for more chaos and clarity, and I'll see you in the next one. You've got this. Even if your heart is currently playing slot machines in Vegas with someone who doesn't deserve the coins, we're gonna be okay. Love you. Mean it. Bye.